we're writing just about our family history. But it's really,
I thought because it has that.
Yeah, no, that's nice.
If you're able to shrink it, that would be good.
Yeah, well, we could shrink it to whatever size you want.
Oh, okay.
Or we can make it bigger.
No.
We are now in the home of Rose Honda in West Los Angeles at a meeting of the Atomettes, a Nisei girls club that formed after the war.
I'll put a
Yeah,
marker
put a
in.
little sticky or something.
Yeah,
on it.
okay.
It started with 7 6th graders who were in Rose Honda's Sunday school class at the West Los Angeles United Methodist Church, which is a Japanese congregation.
and we're just filling in one page just to say, well, you know, we were born on such and such a date, and where we, the camp that we went and what we did after.
After the war, the resettlement period was very, very difficult. When the Japanese Americans came back to the West Coast, they faced a great deal of hostility. It was really hard for them to find housing and jobs. Parents were very busy, often didn't have time to provide opportunities, recreational opportunities for their kids. And so these two slightly older Nisei stepped in to help the girls and to provide some opportunities for them.
See, we didn't actually form as a group until, was it 19, do you remember? 49? But, oh, here we are. We're,
That's
1950.
fantastic.
And everything we did, we chronicled in the newspaper. But they were so kind to print it.
The girls formed a club for which they chose the title the Atomettes because they were so full of energy, and they became one of the liveliest groups in the church.
They did that.
Wasn't there one of your members who actually met her husband through being in the Atomettes?
Yes. We had a service project, and we used to bake cookies and send it to the soldiers overseas.
It's the Korean War.
Yes, during the Korean War. So we baked cookies, and we packed it, you know, with popcorn so it wouldn't crush and all that. And we sent it to this, well, he was a member of our church, right? Mailed it to him, and he shared it with his fellow soldiers. And one of them, Sid Yamazaki, ate it, and then he wanted to know who these girls were that had baked the cookies. So he came to our church to find out when he was released from the army. And he came to church and met, well, all of us, but he also met Kathy. And
there was a very, very extensive network with hundreds of Nisei youth clubs in Southern California. But these clubs actually ranged from Seattle to San Francisco, Los Angeles, and San Diego. You have, on the one hand, mainstream society that isn't always very welcoming to youth of color. On the other hand, you also have a very, very strict immigrant community that is very strictly surveilling young women and daughters. Clubs became this wonderful vehicle for them to participate in popular culture, to experiment, to socialize, to have parties with young men, and also to learn leadership skills and to engage in social service. Those ties were very important to them in difficult eras. And I think that this has given those friendships, you know, a great deal of weight.
Very good. Oh, okay. Now, why don't you get in?